Just a quick disclaimer, this video is coming out a week later than I expected, mainly due to the intro not turning out the way I wanted it to. That and I'm lazy. This video is just me discussing my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch and a few of the games that are coming out for it. Since the original time of recording this audio, more news has come out pertaining to the performance of the console. But since I didn't go to New York and get my hands on with it, oh, too bad, nerd, I'm still wondering how the console will perform. Okay, with that said, enjoy this dumb video. I remember I made a post on my personal Facebook account around the initial sizzle trailer of the Nintendo Switch, asking a few questions about the console itself. What kind of GPU would it have, the battery life, and whether or not the performance would be hindered outside of its docked mode. Well, since then, reports have come out stating that may be the case. If the tablet isn't plugged in, performance could be hindered. For example, look at a cross-buy game between the PS4 and the PS Vita, where the performance falls behind on the handheld's counterpart. The GPU would be a modified version of NVIDIA's Tegra chip that's found in the NVIDIA Shield, its mobile gaming device. Now, here's the answer to the big question. What's the damn battery life going to be like? Drumroll, please! A whopping 2 to 6 hours. Depending on the game, of course. I mean, I guess that's okay. Just remember to keep your Breath of the Wild or Skyrim sessions pretty short. The physical design of the tablet has always looked appealing to me. The Joy-Con controllers look great, and the way they slide into place on the controllers looks really cool. But by themselves, the controllers look tiny as fuck, and may look cramp-inducing. I didn't even know that the Joy-Con had its own set of shoulder buttons built into its center sides, so that could be impressed. Oh, and these things also come with wrist straps, so you're not chucking them at the wall or TV while you're playing ARMS. The controller also has an IR camera able to detect objects in range. The example they used was a hand motioning paper, rock, and scissors. Who knows if developers will use this technology, only time will tell. I want to keep this short, so let's get to the games. One of the first games shown is called 1-2 Switch, which is a collection of mini-games ranging from what looks like ping pong, cowboys dueling in a showdown, wizards fighting, sword combat, air guitar, and 2 clowns fighting each other? What the fuck? Oh, and there's no gameplay whatsoever, just people acting it out. Cool. The game that I mentioned earlier called ARMS looks like a take on the Punch-Out series. Punch-Out on the Wii to be more precise, due to its multiplayer combat. The game looked pretty rad. You use the Joy-Con to punch at your opponent. Punch straight and you'll launch it straight towards your adversary. If you tilt the Joy-Con while punching, you'll curve your punch. Tilt the Joy-Con inward and it looks like you block. Tilting the Joy-Con left or right controls movement during combat. Think of the game Virtual On. And there are also supers that cause you to go. And the game looks really slick too. Colors are bright and the character designs are snazzy, and it looks right at home on the Nintendo console. Okay, now, I've never played Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. All I've heard was that it was a decent JRPG, and I'm guessing people are excited for the sequel, right? I've also never played a Fire Emblem game either, but hey, I'm a sucker for licensed Musou games, so maybe playing this will get me to dip my feet into the main series. A big surprise for me was Splatoon 2. I was just expecting them to port over the Wii U game, but they're putting in new weapons and player movement? I'm not even sure if the first game had a dodge roll mechanic. Okay, I'm sorry, it sounds like I don't play a lot of Nintendo games, but the last Nintendo home console I had before the Wii U was a GameCube. I totally skipped the Wii, and didn't even buy one of those until last year. The Wii U was basically my Bayonetta 2/Zelda/Smashbox. Okay, let's get to it. The big one. Mario. So the trailer starts off in what looks like New York City, but it's New Donk City? What the hell? Dixie Street? Diddy's Mart? It looks like a play area dedicated to Donkey Kong references? Okay, at first I was getting bad memories of Mario is missing, but instead I got bad memories of Sonic 06. I'll be honest, seeing Mario with properly proportioned human beings isn't really to my liking. In fact, it looks rather bad. But the verticality of the area looked rad as hell, and exploring the world could be a lot of fun. The other worlds that were featured looked pretty cool, especially the world that had all the food in it. You know, because I'm fat. Last thing I'm going to touch on is Breath of the Wild. Now, I'm kind of a big Zelda fan. I'm one of those damn nerds that teared up when I heard the intro to A Link Between Worlds because it's the same intro to A Link to the Past. Yeah, I'm pretty weak, and A Link to the Past is a better Zelda game. So come at me. Zelda games have been following a particular design mold since Ocarina of Time, and I can agree with that. But are the games boring? No, not quite. I see enough change in each title, so it doesn't really bother me. But open world games have changed so much in 10 years. If Aonuma and his team were able to bring an experience like Skyrim to a Zelda game, I'd get that same bewilderment that I had when I stepped into Hyrule Field for the first time in Ocarina of Time. I'd be very pleased to say the least. And there's voice acting, like real people voicing characters like Zelda and who I'm guessing is the King of Hyrule. And you know what? It's okay. I'm not offended by it. At least it's none of that CDI shit that we've heard before. It seems like legit good voice acting. And at least from what I heard in those clips, it's alright. So, what did you think of this dumb video? I'm not sure if you could tell, but I feel a bit more confident on speaking into this mic. And I did pre-order the Switch console, which is very dumb since I've been burned by getting a console at launch before.
I'm looking at you, Xbox One!
But something is telling me that I'm going to get what I want out of this device. A device that I could take to work and dick around with there, and then come home and plug it in and play on my TV. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go ahead and pre-order this console, or are you just going to wait for a year till something else comes out for it? Let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Does that look cool?
It looks so weird.